Hey, what's up, Jack? Let's see, Okay, here. Who is the other person? Is it Regina? Mai's behind me eating. Mai, you want a flower? What are you eating, babe? What was that?
Bread, bacon.
Okay. Well, huh. Seems everybody's dropped off. I don't want to go on the elevator. Hey, okay, it looks like everyone dropped off and now somebody's back on. Anyways, I'm at the mall right now at Central. This is one of the places. It might be like our home away from home. We come here for everything. I think I touched up on it. How much of a delay is there? I would say that there is about a 5 second delay from when you press enter until I see it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is a bit of a delay. But yeah, I'm out here and I just sort of wanted to, I guess, talk about why it's convenient living next to a mall. I know I sort of touched up on it in my why I live in Bangkok video, the really popular one, but I didn't really go into much of a detail on it. Obviously, you saw like the grocery store right behind me. Like malls are a different concept out here, as I mentioned before. If you do plan on living out here, it's highly recommended that you're next to one of these malls. It's not like the States where you go just to buy clothes, you know? And if you are gonna purchase a condo, I highly recommend you buy one next to one, not only because, it might be convenient for you, but Thai people want to live next to malls. So for resale value, etc., like you'll have a harder time selling it if you buy it out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, hold on. Seems to be some technical issue. Let me check in and out. Sorry about that. What's the name? Central Festival? This one? No.
Regular
This is Central Rama 9. Central Festival, I think, isn't that the one that's in Pattaya? Or it's in Phuket. But when it's Central, then it's by the same big mall company called Central. So they're all gonna generally have the same one. Central Festival, I think it's more of a more outdoor kind of setting, but you have a lot of the same stores. So you saw like the grocery store behind us, and here, I'll stop showing you my face. You got Daiso, which they also have in America,
there's a male underwear here.
and you'll also see like event areas like this where they have clearance things, or sometimes I'll have. Oh, hey Pat. Sometimes where they'll have like other events like street food events and things like that. So a lot of people will tell you that buying foreign brands, it's gonna be expensive out here. So it's good to live by a central because the only time I ever buy anything is like when it's like this, 70% off and stuff. So it is comparable to what I purchase things at in the States. So yeah, I would never buy anything full price here. That's why I sort of skip over the clothing stores unless they have really big events. Some other thing you should be aware of, I think Pat can confirm this, but it seems that July, which is right around now, is when most of the clearance and the sales happen. So this is when we usually buy whatever we need to, like all the stuff we need to for the year. So yeah. Uh, Chiang Mai has a central festival too. Yeah? Yeah, I think like sort of in the outskirts, they have more of the festival types, which are, I think it's basically the same thing, but it's outdoors. There's more of a restaurant kind of tourist kind of feel. It's not like a practical like everyday mall like this. But yeah, I mean, when things are off for like 70%, then it starts becoming like what I used to pay back in the States, which is like Marshalls or ooh, Christmas sales. Yeah, the Christmas sales are pretty good too, but I know one of the lucky things that happened to me is I didn't know this, but when I purchased my condo in June, I was able to do all my shopping for all the furniture and everything in July, which saved a ton on furnishing my stuff because like they had stuff like mattresses and things like that on sale. So otherwise, like it becomes expensive. This is a place photo file that's like a big franchise that I get my camera equipment from as well, which a lot of the times it's even cheaper than the States. So not everything is more expensive than the States, even brand name things, especially Chinese stuff. Like a lot of camera and video and electronic equipments come from China. So actually with the new tariffs that Trump is proposing, I imagine it would even be cheaper out here. So you'll also see this quite a bit. It's called B2S. This is where you get all the stationery stuff. This is a smaller store downstairs, but upstairs they got a big one. And yeah, in all these malls you'll have like these phone sellers where you can get your phone cases and things like that. You'll see these everywhere. This one, Central Rama 9, is connected to the Rama 9 MRT, which is, you know, the metro system. So you literally come out of there and you'll be in a central. So yeah, these centrals are usually like the watering hole of Bangkok. This is where everybody comes. This is where everybody wants to meet. There's things to do. I mean, especially if you're like a single guy and you're needing to go on dates and stuff like this, it would behoove you to live near a central because that's where like the girls will want to meet you. Like, oh, where do you want to meet? You know, like, well, they want to go to Central. You know, you go there and you have coffee or whatever. So, yeah, they have all the. This is just a pop-up store, but they'll have a bunch of these true stores as well. Oh, Mayu, what are you doing? As far as clothing, okay, let me read some of the comments here. Birkenstock is less expensive on Lazada compared to US. Oh, you like Birkenstocks? As a matter of fact, I don't know. I wouldn't trust Lazada Birkenstocks because there's so many fake Birkenstocks out here. But what I can say is I myself had a real Birkenstock and a fake one that I purchased for only like $8 out here. And I sort of like the fake one more. As far as, you couldn't even tell the difference. Except after a while, the edge, the cork, it broke off. But nowadays, the popular Birkenstock is the all plastic one. I'm thinking about getting one of those myself. And those I can't really see. Yeah. The Birkenstocks are fake out here. There's so many fake Birkenstocks. I don't even know how you could tell the difference because I have a real one and I compared it side by side. I couldn't tell. The only difference was the old one, the fake one, I wasn't really even wearing it. That edge where the cork goes up like this, it cracked off. All right. Birkenstock, the waterproof one. Yeah, the plastic one. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting that one because even that one, if it's fake, it's like, I mean, how could you go wrong with plastic? So it is what it is. We're at Uniqlo. We like coming here. Prices are probably the same as the States. You want like $10. Reason, you know, like there's two ways you could go about shopping here for clothes. One is you could just go to like Union Mall or the night markets and Oh, the Birkenstocks. Yeah, they feel so good because, I mean, Birkenstocks are like almost the unofficial tourist expat like shoe out here. You'll see all the tourists and the expats wear Birkenstocks because they're everywhere and they sell them everywhere and it's fake. It's only like $8. I mean, at the end of the day, even if it's bad quality, I would, yeah, you could go through like 2, 3 of those fake ones and it would still be cheaper than like the full price of a real Birkenstock, which is like 70, $80, which, yeah, that's what they sell it for out here if you go to a real Birkenstock shop. But at the end of the day, it's just flip-flops, you know? Oh, hey, what's up? Just living the Thai life. Yay. All right. Yeah, Justin, what's up? So we're just talking about centrals. I mean, you already know about them. So as far as, yeah, shopping for clothes, I think there's 2 strategies to this. And in the beginning, what I thought was, hey, I don't want to like seem like I have a lot of money. I don't want to get robbed or mugged. I want to dress like a local. So I came out here and I actually kept most of my expensive watches. I mean, it's not even expensive. It's only like $150. It's like not a big deal. You'll see like Thais wearing Rolexes and stuff when they're 15, 14 years old out here. But that was the perception I had. It's such a poor country. I don't want to get mugged. I want to blend in. So I came out here and I went to like the night markets and purchased a bunch of those t-shirts and shorts. They're really cheap. They're only like 100 to 250 baht for pants. So yeah, I mean, no, that's what I thought. Like when I first came out here, oh, it's a dangerous country. I don't want to get mugged. You know, I don't want to look like I have money. But after my first trip here, it quickly became apparent that Thailand isn't as underdeveloped as I imagined. You know, everybody has an iPhone. Everybody wears nice clothes. So it became, when that security factor went away, all those t-shirts and things that I got for $3, they sort of came in handy in Vietnam and stuff. But I end up never wearing it because those $3 t-shirts and stuff, they aren't that great of a quality. So I will wear it less. Like I will wear it like a month or so, and then after a couple washes, it's completely done for. And the worst thing about it is like, yeah, it's hot out here in Thailand, right? So I know some people like to wear tank tops, but I don't really recommend wearing tank tops all the time because you only shop in markets. Okay, that's how I used to be. But when I got those tank tops, I got all these sunburns, and I had to invest in like coconut oil, and it's just not a good thing. And then the other shirts, they're usually made out of polyester and stuff, the t-shirts, so it becomes hot. So that's when I started appreciating like performance clothes, like Adidas or something like that, where, I mean, the rule of the game here is you want something that is light so you can travel with it and it doesn't bog down your weight. You want something that's, you know, not too thick so you can compact it up. And you want something that is either waterproof, water resistant, or if it does get wet, it's gonna dry out fast. So, and that's not only for your own comfort, but we end up hang drying a lot of things out here. We don't use a dryer. So you want something that those capabilities. It doesn't also soak, like the smell and stuff. Oh, I got kicked out of a bar for wearing a wife beater tank top at the Hilton Hotel. Yeah, tank tops, shorts, and flip-flops are a sure way to guarantee that you're not going to get respected out here. I mean, that's something Thais are generally respectful, I told you, but they are pretty judgmental on how you dress. And for some reason, I thought you should dress like poor because it's more local, but they think it's very disrespectful. You can't even go into a government office with shorts. They'll kick you out and refuse service to you. So to them, it just seems like you're being disrespectful. So you'll see like the locals, even in this hot weather, wearing pants all the time. Which, I eventually started to understand because we're usually indoors and it's really cold. And once you're living out here for a year or two, you get acclimated to the weather, you don't sweat as much either. And the heat doesn't become as much of an issue. But yeah, like whenever you're going in to do immigration, you're traveling, even the flight attendant, not the flight attendants, the ground staff, how they seat you, like nitpick you on visas, that has a lot to do with how you dress. So I recommend that you dress respectably. That's good. I'll just bring a change of clothes with me. Yeah. And my main thing is, if you're from the States, I don't know about England, but in the States, if you go to Marshall's or these places, these performance clothes are really cheap. Like a Nike shirt, like a quick drying one, you could get it for like $10, like at Marshall's or whatever. That's really hard to do out here. So, yeah, obviously I'm not going back to the States. Oh yeah, people judge you how you dress. Yeah, especially if you're single and you're trying to date girls out here. Come on, like guys, it's like, I mean, I know none of you guys are like this, but a lot of other guys think, oh, girls are just gold diggers. They just, only care about how much money I can provide. That is not the case. Like, oh, hey, Regina. I, what were you having issues getting on the stream? I just saw that you were watching some clown movie. Great. Hey, it's Regina. Hey, it's Mayu. Yeah, hey Regina. We're just talking about dressing and clothes out here. That's okay. It just means I can easily fool them wearing a suit. No, but yeah. A lot of people sometimes think that girls out here are so poor, they only want money. This is definitely not the case. Oh. Yes. Thanks, Regina. It's finally great to see you on here. What I'll try to do is when I do it in the morning, even though we get up really late, I'll push it up maybe to 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock so that you don't have to stay up so late. I had no idea. I probably did, but I just never really thought about like East Coast time because I'm from the West Coast, so I'll try to make it a little earlier. Hope that's agreeable for most. I mean, does anyone have an issue if I maybe that's more beneficial? But anyways, we were at ground floor. Now we are on the first floor, and it's like, oh, thanks, Regina. And oh, it's so weird. I see only one person on, but I just got 3 comments, so I don't think it's displaying the correct amount of people that are on this stream. I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll try to get Maya and myself to wake up like an hour or two earlier, and then we'll do it maybe at 12. Maybe that will work for more people. So next time. Actually, next time I'll try to do it at a night one again. But actually, let me take a quick poll. Like, is it better at 10 p.m. or at this time? I'm curious. MNG. Mayu's been going to this place a lot, trying to find something on sale. for some reason, I was under the impression that 10 p.m. is good for a lot of people, but I realized that a lot of the people who said 10 p.m. was good haven't been on the streams, except for Justin. Oh, okay, Regina, you work from home. Yes, it's 2 p.m. here. Well, 2:30 now. So before I was doing like 10 p.m. streams because I thought that was a convenient time for everybody. It's not convenient for us because, I mean, everything is closed. The only thing I can really show you is like a grocery store or just stream from our home. That's why I sort of, even though it's inconvenient, I started to do it in the afternoon so I can show you guys like, you know, daytime here. So if it's acceptable, I'll try to do more daytime streams. But yeah, as far as dressing well, it goes a long way with the ladies out here, guys. I mean, I speak from experience. Dress respectfully, not only for government. When you're going to the airport, you definitely want to do that because that's when you're dealing with customs officers and things like that. And when you come dressed in a wife beater and flip-flops and sandals, then they, oh, okay, all right. Then they start judging you and like mainly they're looking for people of the unlawful element, because when you're out here, you'll see like news of like big drug busts and stuff like that, and they're not usually like white collar crimes that they're going after. You know, they're usually going after like the drug dealers and things like that are out here without a visa. Just, you know, they look like travelers or backpackers living out in Pattaya and stuff. So try to like dress respectably, like the older guys. You know, what they do is they wear like the golf shirts, like TaylorMade or Callaway, you know, because they're like quick drying. They have a little collar. It's like a t-shirt, nice shorts, you know, and then you sort of look respectable. You don't want to look like you're like a gangster or something. So Thai people will judge you on that. Wait. Yeah, I felt that from locals. It's good to consider your audience when dressing. Yeah. I mean, I think Thais are even more mindful of how they dress. Actually, in general, Americans aren't mindful of how they dress. I think every other country I've been to, everybody else is really mindful of how they dress. It's like, in America, we don't really care how we dress, except only to work. You know, to work, I would wear like a nice whatever, but everywhere else, Americans like to dress casually, you know? So that is, I think, an American concept. Everywhere else, guys, girls, they like to dress up. They like to, they don't respect you, unfortunately. So, which isn't actually, personally, I don't like that. I'm an American, so I like to dress casually, but it is how it is. Yes, my husband is Lithuanian Russian, and he says that Americans don't really care. My parents are Haitians and say the same. Oh, even in Haiti, huh? Because Haiti's like really close to America. That thing I brought to Thailand was my merino wool underwear. What? Merino wool underwear? Is that a joke? Isn't it hot then? But yeah, I mean, speaking of underwear, I've recently switched. I used to wear cotton boxers in the States. I've recently been switching to like the really thin briefs that wick away sweat. Because, you know, I'm not going to get into details, guys, but you don't want to be sweating down there. So that's what I've been recently doing. Actually, in the very beginning, I wasn't even wearing underwear. Because it's like, oh, it's just extra pieces of clothes I got to get laundered and blah, blah, blah. So I wouldn't, but I don't recommend that you do that. I found out recently that that's actually technically illegal here in Thailand. There's like some outdated law or something. Someone was mentioning that it is illegal to go outside of your house without underwear. Expensive, but kept me cool. I don't know, merino wool was, I guess it could be, huh? Yeah, I mean that, guys, invest in good underwear, good performance underwear. And then, good performance shirts that are quick drying, light, and shorts. I've recently really gotten into like Billabong, Quicksilver. You know those board shorts with the pockets and everything? They just look like normal shorts now. Now like H&M and all these companies have it too. Like it's fashionable lately to wear board shorts that sort of, or swim trunks that look like regular shorts. So those are really good out here. I never wear underwear in Thailand till the missus told me I could get in trouble. Oh really? She told you that, huh? I guess, okay. I will go down the street to Family Mart in my underwear, Thai style. Oh man, you guys are a funny group. All right, so I'm on the third floor. It's still mainly clothing. They have H&M here. That's the other big store, and you'll see like this Robinson place. That's almost like Robinson May. Remember, guys? I mean, the old guys should know. Robinson May before it was bought over by Macy's. It's like a big department store. I usually never get anything from there. Like these department stores are really expensive out here. But when they have like big clearance events, they will bring out like the bedding and stuff into the main event area down in the first floor. And that's when you get like 70% off. That's how I got my mattress. I got a really nice mattress for about $500, and they gave me all the pillows, like a whole comforter set. It's like the best mattress I ever owned in my life. And all right, so now where are we? Samsonite. Okay. Oh, this is sort of like the beauty area. So for the women, when you come out here, this is for Regina, I guess. If you do ever live out here, you're not just traveling, I recommend that you start getting familiar with like Korean cosmetics, because Korean cosmetics are a little cheaper than American cosmetics. Yeah, American cosmetics and Japanese cosmetics are super expensive out here. For me, I've always used Korean cosmetics because it's a lot less harsher on the skin. So yeah, when I was a teenager, I used to have a lot of acne problems, and when I switched to Korean cosmetics and switched to like a good face wash and everything, that's when I had less issues. So whitening products are everywhere. That's true. And at the malls, this is important. They have Watsons and they have Boots. For you guys in England, this is something that you should be very familiar with. But out here, that's basically like the CVS. They're the pharmacies out here. Yes, they're in the States. Yeah, like I think Korean cosmetics are big now. But like, like Face Shop, like not the top end brands, but like somewhat like the more budget brands, they're relatively cheap out here. But like the really expensive cosmetics, the American ones, I recommend you get it from the States, like all the MAC, foundation, whatever you guys do. I'm not 100% on it, but I know Mayu is always asking for that kind of stuff when someone's coming from the States. This is Super Sports. It's like a sporting goods place. We actually come here quite a lot because I'm a huge football fan. And I never ever buy anything full price. Oh, they got an England jersey? I'm rooting for England right now, by the way, because Belgium got eliminated. I'm a Man U fan, and Belgium and England are made up of like pretty much 30% Manchester United. So here is a good souvenir idea, as I have recently found out. So you see these football jerseys, these Thai football jerseys? They're performance, right? They're not that expensive. Like this is the official Thailand football jersey. It is about $30. Yeah, I really like this one. This one is reversible. This one is a cheering one. It's actually, I think, is more breathable and better, but it's only $10 full price. So I think this is like a cool souvenir. I think it's better than just buying some cheap souvenir T-shirt for like, I don't know. Some people pay 200 for it because they don't know how to bargain it down to 100. But Regina, never heard of Lithuanian Russian, but I know they don't like each other. Really? Oh. Yeah, I plan on getting one of these Bangkok United shirts when it goes on sale. And that should be only like 10 bucks, 20 bucks. But yeah, these soccer jerseys, I like them not only because I like soccer, but they're, I think, like perfect for out here. It's like quick drying, it keeps you cool. It's durable after washes. So I'll wear it like 3-4 times more, which is what it would cost the same thing as to buy 3-4 of the same cheap t-shirts out here, And Thai people will love you if you wear like the Thai national soccer team shirt, Talk about respect, they'll respect you. So, yeah. It's crazy. His dad was Russian and his mom is Lithuanian. His temper is definitely Russian. How's his drinking? Is this like for vodka Russian? By the way, guys, a lot of people talk about medical stuff. I'm gonna have to do like a whole other vlog about it. But I know I briefly touched up on it. But I told you that most of the times we're not even having to go to the hospital because the pharmacists here can prescribe you. Like, see, they got a pharmacist. They're wearing the white coats, and they're usually really good at English. Although I recommend you go to like Paragon or some of the more touristy areas to get consulting. But yeah, they'll like prescribe you stuff out here without having to go to like a primary healthcare physician and making appointments and all that. And like what I can say about medical stuff is that it's really, really, really cheap for drugs and prescriptions out here. I just recently had like a pharmacist friend come out here to just travel, and after I told her, yeah, like drugs are really cheap here, she checked out like Boots and she was so amazed with the prices with like asthma inhalers and stuff like that. She actually ended up buying like a whole case, like a suitcase full of drugs to like resell when she gets back home. Like things that she knows people will regularly need, like asthma inhalers, birth control pills, I don't know, like a bunch of stuff. And they're all like American brands, It's like they just manufacture them out here, and there are no like. I mean, you guys should know already. We're getting screwed over from the pharmaceutical companies out in the States. So, and Thailand in particular is cheap. I mean, even Korea is cheap, but Korea has issues like they won't sell you more than 12 Advils at a time because they think you'll overdose on it or something. It's like they have weird rules in Korea, and it's slightly more expensive for prescriptions out there. Even my Korean aunt who's lived out here, like whenever I go back there, she asked me to buy like a bunch of Tylenol pills for her because it's really cheap out here. So yeah, I mean, people are like, oh, what kind of medication do I need to bring, or like vaccination should I get? Actually, you should get it done out here because it's cheaper, and all the major pharmaceutical companies are out here making the drugs. So, oh, where are we now? We are now at Power Buy. This is sort of like the Best Buy. You'll notice that a lot of the brand names, like the stores, they mimic American companies. They're probably like copying them. Power Buy, Best Buy. So this is like the electronics area. I mean, honestly, a lot of people say electronics are expensive out here, but not all of them. I mean, I'm not sure if you're aware, but like Nikon and Sony and even Canon, they have their factories out here to build the cameras. So it's not that much more expensive than the States. And when you consider Oh, in England, you're only allowed to buy 1 pack of paracetamol at a time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. That's the same in Korea too. That's so weird. Paracetamol, by the way, is what everybody outside of America calls Tylenol. By the way, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess, can you make drugs out of Tylenol? I didn't know that that was possible. But yeah, one thing I want to say about the electronics is when I first came here, I realized electronics are more expensive than the States. But when I actually did the math, it's not that much more expensive because in California, for example, you pay like 8%, 9% sales tax, whereas here, you can get a VAT refund. And what a VAT refund is, yeah, I heard about the teenage mix paracetamol with random stuff? Really? Jeez. I don't know. I've never been much of a. Yeah, I've never. When I was a kid, I wasn't like wild and did drugs, so I don't know much about it. But yeah, even iPhones and stuff, the prices have come down. Like before, like you could go to America, buy iPhones and stuff when they just launch, and like sell it for 2, 3 times the price out here and make a profit. But that's sort of not happening lately. The prices have all sort of equaled out. And if you consider the VAT refund and what a VAT refund is, if you guys are making a big purchase, like anything $200-300 or more, and you plan on going out of the country in 2 months, which is quite frequent, right? Because you either got to do your 90-day check-in or you're on a tourist visa and you got to leave anyways. Then ask for a VAT refund. And basically, out here, it's a little different. In the States, you'll have the regular price, and then you pay like 8% on top of it. But here, prices are listed including any sales taxes. So you'll get an additional like 7% off of that if you ask for a VAT refund. So if you're a tourist, you don't have to pay sales tax. And what you have to do is just, you'll get a little receipt here, and then you go to the airport. You have to confirm outside of before you go bypass security, that you have this item with you. So I mean, don't buy like a TV and claim VAT refund because you're not going to carry that outside. So something that you can carry, like a GoPro camera or something, and then just show it to the customs officer outside that you have this item. They'll stamp your receipt, and then as soon as you pass passport check, then you show that to another area that has a VAT refund, and you'll get your money back. So considering all that, a lot of people say electronics are overpriced here. It really isn't. It's not that much more expensive. And if it is, it's usually like the American brands that are. And you'll find out that, you already should know, most of the stuff is now made in China. So the prices are all about the same. And I would think, like I mentioned earlier, with this new Trump tax on Chinese stuff, it might even be cheaper out here soon. Okay, so here we have like the telecommunication companies. So True and AIS is a big one. I recently switched to AIS from True. If you wanted my personal opinion on which one you should take, I would say AIS. But I still have True because they're the only ones that show Premier League. So for my soccer games, I still have the cable TV from True. But yeah, I recently switched to AIS. I know I couldn't be streaming these live streams if I still had True. Like, their connection sort of sucks. But you also have DTAC over there, which Mayu uses. How much do you pay a month for it? $2.99. I don't know. I don't think it's that much better than True, and True was only $2.40.
I heard they have a bit of promotion through 199.
Now they have $1.99 at True?
Right, I should switch.
Yeah. You should switch to AIS, right? AIS is a bit more expensive, I think, if you just do the phone plan only. But I got the phone plan and the internet because they're trying to match True. It's the same price. You just get better connection speeds. And AIS out here, the fiber network is a little better. But yeah, okay. Let me look through the comments. Yes, I heard random. My sister broke her camera in Switzerland, so she buy a new one, and it say made in Thailand. Yes. What mobile phone would you recommend to buy in Thailand? I'm liking the Vivo phone. Mobile, and guys, this is like as contentious as politics for me to recommend one mobile phone over the other. I recommend, in my opinion, get either a Samsung if you want to go cheap, or get an iPhone. And it's because you want to think about resale value. You got to think about cost to own. I think I talked about this, but oh, Mayu also says Chinese phones have a lot of radiation. Well, it's possible because they're not upheld to the same regulations that Apple and Samsung probably have to pull because they have to sell in the U.S. market. But for me, just being a practical person, like, you know, the guy, I would go either with Samsung or iPhones because it's almost impossible to resell anything else. So even if something is half the price and it's cheap, it may not be worth it because you can't resell it. Whereas an iPhone, you'll buy it, you know, twice the price, but you can recoup about 70-80% of that value. I kid you not, because resale market for iPhones are really high out here. Everyone wants an iPhone. Wink. So Mayu is gonna set up maybe this Krungsi. Okay, this is one floor above electronics. This is where all the banks are. I'm gonna get away from here because the security guys don't like me filming up by the banks, which is understandable. But yeah, all the banks are out here. There are about 7, 8 of them. Oh, somebody asked, like, what's the best place to get your currency exchanged? Oh, wait a minute. They used to have it. Oh, here. Guys, you should be aware of this place. It's called Super Rich. This is where you want to do all your currency exchange. Unless you're wiring in huge sums of money, like $50,000, $60,000 because you're buying a condo. Yeah, just like your $100 bills, this Super Rich. There's a green one and an orange one, and I was like, which one is better? And if you look at the rates, they're all pretty much the same. Maybe like 0.2 bahts difference between the two Super Riches out here. And Mayu told me that Super Rich was started up by these brothers, and they had like an argument, so they split. So one Super Rich is green, one Super Rich is orange. I don't know, Pat. I don't know if you know anything about that. I'm in Central Rama 9. Yeah. As far as if you're gonna be in Bangkok, the big centrals are gonna be Central Rama 9 and La Prao. La Prao is maybe a little bit bigger than this, but it's more local. And there's Rama 3 as well. And obviously they're the main ones in Siam, but nobody can afford to live in Siam. So if you're gonna live out here, I recommend that you try to live near Central or La Prao, Rama 3 or Rama 9. But La Prao and Rama 3 are really inconvenient for transportation. That's why I bought my condo near Rama 9. But I hear there's gonna be like a really, really big mall opening near Annut, Prakanong area, which is very popular with the expats. But it's not a central, so I mean, centrals are good because they have it's a pretty much the height of Thai gentrification. You'll always have these banks, you'll always have the movie theaters, you'll always have the grocery stores. Yeah, they're two Super Riches. Apparently they're owned by brothers. One is like Super Rich 1874 or something when it was established, and one is just Super Rich. Yeah, there's green and orange. Have no idea about their relation. Yeah, Mayu said they're brothers, the two Super Riches. But these ones, you don't even shop around with the other local banks. Super Rich, they just do currency exchange, and they have the best rates. I didn't know about Super Rich when I first came here, and when I bought my condo, I used Citibank, and I know between all the banks, Citibank is the best. And when you have more than a $25,000 relationship in America, I talked about this, you get an additional plus to your currency conversion. So that's how I purchased my condo. But in hindsight, like, I don't know, you should check Super Rich. So usually in the very top of the malls, you're gonna have the food courts and the food areas, and they do this on purpose because most of the people that come to Central either come to get their banking done, eat, or watch a movie. So it forces them to go through all the stores and you know, be bombarded with consumerism and materialism and impulse shopping so that they get to the top. This is where all the action is happening. Regina was saying, do all of you live in Thailand at the moment? Pat is Thai, but he's studying in America. Jack and Justin have lived here, stayed here very long times, but they both Jack lives in California, Justin lives in England. I wish, Regina. Oh, Regina's like, do all of you live out here? But okay, let me just go through. You'll see tons of these Japanese food places. I love them. I love Japanese food. You'll also see like Thai brands that do Japanese food. I actually like this particular all-you-can-eat buffet, which is like $7.
Upset movie.
Yeah, some of these all-you-can-eat buffets, even it's only $7, but they have like a 2-hour, 3-hour limit, which is more than enough for me. This one is a shabu shabu one. I really like it.
He likes
Yeah,
dessert.
but all of them are somewhat similar. The thing that sets Tsukishi apart is this rice pudding. I will save stomach just to eat like
Rice pudding, milk pudding.
it's milk pudding, yes. Oh, fresh milk tofu. Oh, it's so good. I'll eat like 7 of these. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I bet you, yeah, one of these, if I bought it at a store, it's probably like 30 baht. So 7 times 3, 20, that's 210 baht. I'm just eating in milk pudding alone. And I'm paying 250 for it. So, what Mayu think about Japanese restaurants in Thailand? What do you think, Mayu? I think,
It's good. It's
Yeah.
like always Japanese Chinese restaurants.
yeah.
The taste and stuff is very similar, but it's more salty.
Oh,
They have
more salty.
shoyu salt, whatever.
Ah.
Taste it. Every food is very salty, but I'm already used to it.
Yeah. Mayu's saying that the Japanese restaurants out here she feels are a bit more salty. But coming from America where food in general is more saltier than out here. So, I mean, you guys probably can attest to this, but food in America is more saltier, whereas food out here is sweeter. Japanese, it's even more bland. Okay. But to me, the Japanese food out here tastes less saltier than in the States. And sweeter. Yeah, it is. It's slightly more sweet, which actually I prefer my food sweeter. That must be because I'm genetically Asian. I don't know, I prefer sweeter stuff. I like yayoi. Yes, yayoi is the one that we go to. I think it has the best price to quality ratio. We also sometimes go here to Fuji. The one that I like to get, even though I guess it's not for me. Oh, they even have it open here. It's called the ladies set. This is my favorite one. So they give you these sushis, this, they give you this jelly, they give you soup, they give you kimchi. I think they increased the price though, right? It was $250 before. Oh my God, they know that was a good value. Now they increased the price.
I like this one.
Mayu likes a healthy brown rice set. Now I'm looking at this Fuji Bento Sashimi set is maybe a better value than the lady set. Look at that. Oh. Actually, I don't know. If it was it's $350. I don't think I'll go back. It's quite expensive. Yeah. I'm cheap, guys. If you- this ramen place is actually not too bad. It's a Japanese chain, actually. So this is like the ramen chain you'll see. There's also a udon chain that's called Bukake Semen. You might have seen it in one of
Semen.
same.
Those are semen.
I think it's like it looks like semen. It's like a weird name, but it's really good. Oh, they got Yoshinoya. When I first came to Thailand, I would eat here because I just didn't know the different brands and I was familiar with Yoshinoya. But now I don't eat there as much. Oh, and Sizzler. Sizzler is completely different, guys. In Thailand, my aunt told me to eat here, and I'm like, Sizzler? Sizzler is crap. But now I eat Sizzler all the time. They have like all-you-can-eat salad buffets and stuff like that for $5. And what I do is I actually get the set for like 300 baht, and they give you like a whole meal, and then you get the salad buffet for free. So this is a little life hack, but I learned this from other Thai people. They're like, this is what I do, and this is what I do now. So I go there and I just fill up on the salad bar, and I stuff myself. And then the meal that they give you, which is like, you know, usually like a steak, like a mashed, like a baked potato. I tell them to pack that up to go. So then that's like 2 meals for the price of, you know, like 250 or 300 baht. I like get my veggies, I fill myself up, and then I take the meal to go. So and then I just microwave that, like for lunch or something the next day. So that's a little life hack. Pepper lunch. Yeah, Regina likes it. Pepper lunch. This place is pretty good. Actually, if you go to the food courts, they have, sometimes the food courts will have a more value version of these franchises. But yeah, like this, not the beef, but the pork one is only like 99 baht. It's slightly more cheaper at the food courts. But this is really good. They give it to you in a sizzling pan. It's like $4. This terrace, the terrace place, this place does like very, it does Thai food. Yeah, it's fusion Thai food. It's sort of a little bit more of a modern Thai food, but I highly recommend you come out here if your first time coming to Thailand and you want to try Thai food. I think this is a good restaurant, Terrace. It's a franchise, so you'll see it everywhere. That's a lifesaver. Wait, hold on. Let's see. You must be stuffed afterwards. My breakfast is cheese, ham, toasties at 7-Eleven. That's a lifesaver. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I generally don't eat breakfast, and this was a habit I got into because I'm always late for school, waking up late, or I'm late for work, so I don't eat breakfast. So I'm used to not eating breakfast, and I think it causes. I've been like unintentionally been on an intermittent fasting diet for pretty much half my life, and that might be the reason I don't gain weight, because I don't eat breakfast. Which, you know, my parents will say that's like the most unhealthiest thing for you, but now with all this intermittent fasting like craze and information out there, it seems like it might have been maybe one of the healthiest things you could be doing, not eating breakfast. But yeah, I usually have that for like lunch. That's my breakfast, and then for dinner, that's when I eat a lot. And that's when I stuff myself at Sizzler, get my veggies, whatever I need. Like if I need proteins that day, I'll have like all you can eat shabu shabu, and then I do a light lunch. Oh, what is this? My wanted to show. So McDonald's guy out here, he's Ying. You know, this is Ying. I just created a Tiglish word. Yeah. McDonald's out here is so damn it's the same price as America, sometimes even more.
Korean chicken chicken burger
What?
versus Shogun pork burger.
What? But they sometimes do have special menus like this.
Shogun pork. What is Shogun pork? And they put an egg in it.
Oh,
You wanna do the mukbang?
only two. I want to eat this. I'll probably eat it now. Yeah, guys. You're wondering what do you want McDonald's for? I'm sick of McDonald's, but when you're out here and all you eat is Thai food, you start craving the foods that you're used to, you know, because Thai foods I don't think are really high in protein. It's high in carbs. And an American, you're more on a protein higher diet, so your body's gonna crave that. So then what's the easiest thing to get that you know? McDonald's. So I end up getting a lot of McDonald's a lot sometimes. It's probably not protein, but I don't know. It's that I don't know. Americans know this. We need that. Mayu doesn't even drink Coke. You know this? Like this is actually a very normal thing out here in Asia. People don't drink Coke, which I think is very healthy. But you know,
I love pork.
you give me a supersized Coke, I can drink that. But Mayu couldn't even drink 3 gulps of it.
Used to it.
Yeah, I think
Like 100. I don't drink.
I think that's very. I admire her for that. You know, she doesn't drink Coke. I myself, I don't drink coffee. There's a long story behind why I don't drink coffee, but because of I didn't drink coffee when I was at a younger age. I never got addicted to it, and I don't drink it because it has really no nutritional value to me, and it's sort of like a lot of time and money that you have to spend on it. So,
I really like a coffee.
huh? Thai is like what?
Coffee, they have a coffee culture in Thailand. So everywhere they have a coffee shop. And every time people have coffee.
My is trying to convince me that I should be drinking coffee,
No, I'm
but
not saying that you should be drinking, but you should accept the coffee culture that I
Sukiya Tokyo bowls for quick Jap. Whoa, have you heard of Sukiya Tokyo bowls?
Sukiya is saying like Yoshinoya.
Oh, really?
The chain brand of the rice bowl with pork and then beef on top.
Let me see.
Sukiya.
Yeah, I'm really big into tea. Some of you guys know I grew up in Kenya. You know, Kenya was a British colonized country in Africa, so they're into chai, which is, I understand to be English breakfast tea now, because I've been searching for that taste, that particular taste. I always had chai and like bread back in Kenya. That's something I'm familiar with.
Now you know what is
Now it's I realize chai is English breakfast tea. But like one of the first trips we did was we went to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has the best frickin' tea. So yeah, we drink tea quite a lot. I like to drink tea. I don't like to drink green tea though, like she does. Japanese are into green tea because I can literally feel the caffeine and like it hurts my body. I don't know. I think there's more caffeine in green tea than coffee because I mean I'll sometimes drink iced coffee. You know, it's just what? Oh, fortune? Well, no, that's down there. Yeah. That's down there. Yeah. But yeah, to wrap it up, we are here at the top floor. More restaurants. The cinema is right there. We already pre-purchased the tickets and we have the seats. So we don't need to actually go queue up or anything. They have an ice rink here. This is where pretty much all the rich kids come. Like anything to do with snow is a rich person's hobby, I think, out here. Seriously, it's like a showing of status that you can do something cold. Yeah. I mean, what is more excessive than spending all this money on refrigeration, you know, on a hobby that that's pretty much what it is. It's like excessive, right? You got to be rich to afford something that it's Thailand. It's a hot ass country. Instead of playing football, I'm gonna play hockey. Oh, there's actually a game. Yeah, they actually have full-on leagues out here. You'll see there's actually a lot of hockey players out here, you know?
I've seen a lot of foreigners come here to play.
A lot of foreigners come here to play too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's.
Carry a huge
I actually, we could check out the prices, but I know that last time I checked, it was cheaper to like ski and stuff. I mean, ice skate out here than it was back in the States. So it's not. It's still. I mean, it's excessive for a local, but it's still cheaper for a foreigner. We got. Oh, ponchon chicken is the best. I love it. That's like the go-to place for me.
1-on-1 session, 60 minutes, start with 100. 1,000 baht plus entry.
You can even get a lesson. But you don't need a lesson, babe. I can tell you a lesson. I mean, teach you the lesson. What is this? Buy tickets and equipments. You can buy gloves for $1.50, socks for $1.50. What do you need a penguin for? You buy a penguin? There's a penguin equipment? What? I don't understand what you're getting for a penguin. You get a locker, which is 1,000 baht? Why the hell would you?
No, 30 baht or 50 baht.
Oh, 30 or 50. Okay. The locker is $1 to $1.50. Bobby. What is this penguin or Bobby? I have no idea what this equipment is. How much is a ticket though? Penguin is for kids? What, you like have a stuffed penguin so you can fall on it? Oh shit, there's actually oh my gosh, there's a full-on league.
Shanghai Venyan Star Warriors. I wonder, maybe like
There's a lot of Chinese Taipei, Shanghai Fei.
The Wing Shanghai.
Oh. Under 12, under 10, under 8 leagues. They got a whole like Pee-wee league out here. Oh yeah. I hear Chinese. They must be Chinese.
这种打法，特别是在男性上，你们撞过来传来，不是微荡不行啊。
Oh, they hold on to them to balance. Penguins. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I think they're doing a promo. I can like get a free drink. I love. Yes, free samples. Thank you. I don't know where you can buy the tickets, babe. At front? So, oh, it's free? Ooh, look at this, they give you free Meiji. No, yeah, it is, because Meiji has a promo out here. Yeah. Grab it, babe. Get a free one. It says it's free. I want a melon. I want a melon.
Good thing is that
So, something I also want to say is when you're at the malls and stuff, they're always giving out free samples. Like, you get far more samples than in the States. Like, you think because it's like maybe a poorer country than America that you would get less samples, but I feel like companies in America are more stingy. Like, you get so many free samples out here, and so many like free gifts for purchasing certain things. Like, just the other day we said you'll never need to buy a notebook out here because we have so many notebooks that we got for free, like bags, like the pouches. We have like 7, 8 of them. You don't need to ever buy cups. You get them for free with buying yogurt or something. You never need to buy Tupperware. You get free Tupperware with everything. What else do we get for free all the time, babe? There are certain things that plates and bowls, you'll get it for free. So yeah, a lot of companies out here vying for your attention, your loyalty, so they'll be giving a lot of free stuff. And companies like this, Meiji and other drink companies, whenever they come out with a new flavor or something like that, they're always giving away free samples in Siam and the mall. Score! I think I remember they probably closed for a tournament. Yeah, maybe they're closed for a tournament. I don't see where they are telling you how much you can buy things for. Anyways, guys, all right, we're gonna sort of start to wrap up here. I'm gonna meet up with John. Remember the John from our dim sum? He's just come back from Hong Kong, and he said he got us some pork jerky from Hong Kong. So Chinese like pork jerky. I don't know why. I mean,
They buys from Thailand here. They buy a bunch of those.
pork jerky.
Shredded pork product. No, I do.
So I'm down for pork jerky. I mean, anything jerky sounds good. But do you guys have any like particular questions before we wrap up? There's a 5-second delay. Entertain them for 5 seconds.
We tried first time. It's very malt.
What is it?
Chocolate malt.
Choco malt. Hey, did you get me my? You didn't get me one?
I have that.
Oh.
Your sad face of the day.
Yeah.
Never mind.
We're gonna be heading over to Fortune. Oh shoot! Okay, I got a bunch of messages right now. Oh, what is wrong? There was like a delay in all these comments. What was I doing paying for all that stuff? What? Oh yeah, like Tupperware and little pouches. Don't pay for it. You can get it for free out here.
But I don't feel like
Yes, well, it was my pleasure in speaking to you and Maya and my fellow Patreons. Yay! Regina, yeah, hope to see you more, Regina. Ditto, have a good day, you two. There's no questions. They don't want to hear us talk anymore. It's gone for an hour. They want to sign off too. It's totally cool, guys. Appreciate you guys hopping on. Always enjoy interacting with my Patreons. This is all good, you know. It's more about what's it, quality over quantity. You know I don't have a lot of Patreons or a lot of subs, but I try to cherish these moments, you know, because if there are more people, it's gonna be different, you know. With you guys, it's more personal. I get to know each and one of you guys, so I like it. I really appreciate everything. I am going to Fortune, which is across. Like, I just go underneath the subway and up on another building. That's where you go to get all your electronics. The reason I'm going there is because with the first bit of Patreon donations I got like a external mic, like a voice recorder, so that I can have better audio in my videos, like when there's like a lot of wind, or maybe like during like the Discuss Asia series. So I'm going there to try to find like a wind muff, like to not make the like air sounds when there's like a lot of wind. So thank you guys so much for your patronage. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys notice the improvement in my audio soon. And I wish you guys the best. And I will, yeah. You have anything to say to our Patreons? Thank you for joining the live stream. Yeah, and see you next week. Next week, I think I'll do it. Do we have anything planned? No, not really. Oh, I might do something again in the afternoon because it's next week, right? Chanel is doing a pop-up store, like Chanel Mademoiselle. You know that company? They're doing like a pop-up store. They're like setting up a pop-up arcade. like a game center in Siam. I'm sure it's gonna be crazy, but
They're gonna get us a lot of like free samples.
yeah, they're gonna give free samples and stuff to Mayu, and I get to play the video games to win her stuff. So actually, I might do it again around the same time, maybe even earlier, because I know the later it gets, we're never gonna get in. Thai people are gonna be like crazy for that. You got cosmetics and you got video games. That is like the perfect storm of a mass crowd. So I want to try to get there early so we could maybe like score some free samples for Mayu, and maybe that'll be interesting. So I may do that, or I may just do that for my Discuss Asia live series. But whatever the case, I'll see you guys next week. I'll try to plan this. All right, bye.